What's going on, everybody? Welcome to TeckReacts, where every beat counts. My name is Matt Tech. We're back today with some more Babymetal, trying to fit in as much as I can before we go see them live. July 8th in Chicago. If you are going to be at the Babymetal concert in Chicago, do me a favor. Jump into the Discord. Link is in the description. We have set up a specific channel to arrange a meetup, and we're combining meetups with TeckReacts and Shade Reacts live. So would love to kind of get a big old group together. Some of us, Shade and I both kind of share some of that community as well. And Shade was gracious enough to say, yes, come on in. We invite you in, come be part of this community. We're all in this together. We're all enjoying the music we love together. And so please jump down in the Discord. I've arranged a channel called Babymetal Chicago where we can start arranging a meetup. So we're going to do Divine Attack. I have intentionally not watched any video of their US tour, and I've intentionally not looked to see what their set list is. I want to go in completely by surprise, first time expectations, pretending that the internet doesn't even exist. Obviously, I've heard some of their music, but I don't want to know how they're performing on these kind of smaller US stages compared to these arenas. And I also don't want to know what the set list is. I want to be surprised. I want to experience this like a true first timer. So that being said, we're going to continue, and today is going to be Divine Attack by Babymetal. Let's get it. Look at it. Nice. A big breakdown. man. Dang, dude. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts here. I didn't really stop the whole video because I just wanted to take it in. I normally stop and talk about some things along the way, the musical elements, all that. I had another thought to share today that's kind of outside of the musical analysis of the song. If you're new to the channel, welcome by the way. If you're not new to the channel, when I first started this channel, it was a different camera, different setting, even a different house that I started this in last year. The first reaction I ever did from Babymetal was called Rondo of Nightmare. And I remember it like it was yesterday because I was so confused. I was confused on like who's Babymetal? Is it the girls? Is it the band? I was more interested in the band, the music, because at the time I was like, I'm not really into like choreographed dancing, you know, female pop singing over rock music type of thing. And that song specifically was also co-written by the dudes from Dragon Force, so it was very Dragon Force influence in sound, and I said that quite a few times, even to the point where I was like analyzing the guitar solo between Through the Fire and Flames and Rondo of Nightmare. It's very similar. I still think that's the case, but I think that that was also intentional. I'm not saying anybody is stealing anything. Obviously, the dudes just influenced the song that actually wrote Through the Fire and Flames, so it was no surprise that it sounded very similar. What I wanted to talk about, though, was the fact that at the beginning of my Babymetal journey about a year ago, I was so unsure and didn't even know if this was something that I wanted to spend my time reacting to or listening to or pursuing, let alone putting in the energy, editing videos, cutting them, getting them up for upload, and then engaging with the community. Because the response in the Rondo of Nightmare video in the comment section was 50-50. A lot of you hated my reaction, a lot of you could see where I was coming from. And you fast forward to today, and in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be not just seeing them, not just continuing to react to Babymetal, but I'm going to be flying across the country with my daughter from West Texas to Chicago for one day just to see them, because that was the best place to go and see. So I'm spending a lot of money to go see a band that just a year ago I didn't really understand, didn't want to take time to figure out, but it has a lot to say about the Babymetal community, at least the ones that weren't jerks in the beginning, to really stick around, educate me on who they were, where they came from. And as I continued to listen to the music, it just continued to grow on me. And there really hasn't been one song that I didn't like. It's not that I didn't like Rondo of Nightmare. It just sounded similar to something else. So I thought they were just a ripoff band at first. But I enjoyed the song. There's every song I've enjoyed. I've loved them. And this one is included in that. This is a tremendous song. And I'm actually slowly coming into a way greater appreciation of their singing abilities as well. I think that's something that's also grown as they've matured in their age, because the Rondo of Nightmare video is very old from when they first started. Now they're young adults. They aren't little girls anymore. And so their voices have matured, their stage presence, obviously their probably their personal maturity level has as well. Any like interview videos I see of them, they all just look very humble, like very humble and almost shy even. But then they get on stage and they just slay and they own the audience, and they put on an incredible performance. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Not a musical analysis, but more of just because I think part of enjoying music is appreciating it as well, even if you don't understand it. My kids are doing that right now. We homeschool our kids and we're introducing music to them. Classical music, jazz music, easy listening, things that they wouldn't go out of their way to listen to, but we are helping them appreciate all the different styles of music that they'll encounter in the world, because there's a lot of music out there to be enjoyed, and I think that's what makes music so great. Is it's very diverse. There's some I don't like. There's a lot I do like, but I think that the appreciation here is a different kind of musical analysis that I think we should be open to talking about a little bit more. Not about the chord structure, not about the time signatures. not about the cool starts and stops, not about the modulations and transitions between sections, but just standing back and appreciating something new that you haven't experienced and just giving it some time to settle in. And if you don't like it, move on. There have been bands that I reacted to on this channel where I gave it a couple chances, it didn't settle in, I didn't like it, I moved on to another band. This band has continued to grow on me so much that I'm spending a ton of money to go see them all the way across the country, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. So anyway, that's my tirade for today. This was super fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing them in Chicago with my 13-year-old daughter. And don't forget, if you're going there as well, head to the Discord, join the channel, find the channel down there that's labeled Babymetal Chicago, so we can arrange a meetup. You might even be able to be on TeckReacts if you show up. Thank you again to the Shade Reacts community for being so accepting and co-hosting this. This is going to be great, and really looking forward to seeing you guys in Chicago. And if not, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.